Hello everyone, so my voice is still a little shot, so sorry about that, but we're actually going to get started with our segment addition postulate. And so what that says is, if B is between A and C, then A and B plus BC is equal to AC. That sounds like a lot of words for something that's very simple. Basically, you have this entire segment. And what that says is that if B happens to be in between these two endpoints, then this segment plus this segment equals the entire segment. So there's nothing too terribly difficult. You guys will see what I mean in just a sec. Just for a little bit of review, we do say that postulates are statements that we take as true. We talked about this at the very first day of our semester, so just in case you didn't remember, that's what postulates stand for. So if we look at number 1, it says E is between D and F. So we have our segment DF, E is our midpoint. Then it says find DF. So we have to find the entirety of this segment. So first we have to write the relationship. So remember, this entire segment is consistent of DE and EF. So those two parts make up the entire segment of DF. So that's what we see here. We say D plus E, or DE, plus EF equals the entirety of DF. And so when you see these lines right here, it does mean that it is that entire segment. So that's what those stand for. So let's take a look at this again. Now that we see the relationship, we can now substitute these values. So we have something for DE here that says 3x minus 1. Then we have a plus, so I'm going to write a plus. Then we have EF right here, and EF equals 13. So I'm going to write 13 instead of EF. Then we have an equal sign. And then it says DF. So remember, DF is the entirety of the segment. And it says that the entirety of the segment is equal to 6x. So here, in order for us to solve for this, then we have to get x by itself. And so you guys probably don't remember from algebra, but whenever we do start solving for these, we always move the smallest x. So I'm going to make a little note for you guys. So step number 1 is move the smaller x. So here I have 6x's, I have 3x's. Of course, 3 is smaller. So what I'm going to do there is I am going to subtract 3x from both sides. I have to move this over here by doing the opposite of what I see. So I am left with negative 1 plus 13 is equal to 6x minus 3x, that is just 3x. Our second step is to combine like terms. CLT, that's what I will be referring to it from now on. So negative 1 plus 13, that's just the same thing as saying 13 minus 1, so that's going to stay 12, equal to 3x. And then we have to solve for x. So here I am multiplying 3 times x, so I am going to actually divide. If I'm multiplying 3 times x here, then I have to divide both sides by 3. Then of course 12 divided by 3 actually gives us a 4. So now we see that 4 is our x. So remember, our end game was to find DF, this entire segment. Remember, DF does equal to 6x. So in order for us to find it, then all we have to do is replace this x with the x that we have now. So 6 times 4 actually is 24, and that is our answer, and that's what we should box. Let's take a look at number 2. the page over to the other side, and now we have and another example. So it says M is between N and O, find NO. So now again we want to find the entire segment, which is what these little lines here stand for. So we have to write the relationship. Remember, the segment in its totality, N and O, is composed of NM plus MO. So those two parts end up being NO in its totality. So if we were to write the relationship, we would say, well, NM plus MO is equal to NO. Luckily for us, we have values for NM, we have values for MO, and we have a value for NO, so we can actually substitute all those values in order for us to get an equation. Remember, move the smaller x, and then combine like terms, and then solve for x. So I want you guys to do this one on your own. So write, substitute the values, solve for x, and then find NO. Remember, your end game is to find what NO equals. Solve for x, plug it back in. So yeah, pause the video, solve it, and then come check with me to see if you got the correct answer. So go ahead, do that, and then come check with me. We're moving on to the midpoint of a segment. So we've talked a lot about midpoints. We know that that is the middle where it bisects the segment into two congruent segments. So we're talking about segment AB. I know my endpoints are A, B. I know my midpoint is M. Basically saying if M cuts this segment in two, then these two sides, grab another color, these two sides have to equal the exact same thing. It makes sense. If it's cutting it exactly in the middle, when you cut something exactly in the middle, you have two equal parts. So, for example, we have number 2. It says D is the midpoint of segment EF. So here I have two endpoints, EF, D is the midpoint. It lets us know that ED is 4x plus 6 and DF is 7x minus 9. So here we have the relationship. We know that these two sides have to be equal. And that's why there's this equal sign right here. So let's substitute these values. So we say 4x plus 6 is ED. Then we, of course, have the equal sign in between them. And then we have DF, which is 7x minus 9. Same thing like we did yesterday. Not yesterday. The problem before, we moved the smaller x. So here in this case, 4 is less than 7, so I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. That's going to cancel. And we are left with 6 is equal to 7x minus 4. That's going to be 3x minus 9. Then we are going to combine like terms. So I am going to be moving this 9 over with my 6 so I can have like terms. So plus 9 here, plus 9 there. 9 plus 6, that is 15, equal to 3x. And then we solve for x. So here, I am multiplying 3 times x, so if I multiply, I have to do the opposite to get rid of it. So I am going to divide both sides by 3. 15 divided by 3, that is going to be 5. However, we don't stop there. Now we have to find ED, DF, and EF. So all I have to do is substitute all my x's with the x that I already found. So ED is going to be 4 multiplied by 5 plus 6. So that'd be 20 plus 6, that is actually 26. But because I know these are congruent, then I know that of course DF also has to equal 26 because we have the midpoint rule here. And so to find DF, remember that is the addition of the two smaller segments, so that'd be 26 plus 26, which would give us 26 and 29 is going to be 2 and 5, 52. So EF is actually equal to 52. So these are our answers. Let's move on to the next problem. Number 3 says, S is the midpoint of RT, RS is negative 2x, and ST is 3x minus 2. Find RS, ST, and RT. Remember, it does say the midpoint. And anytime we're talking about the midpoint of segments, I do want you to automatically remember that it's cutting this segment into two equal parts. We cut it exactly in half. That means that this has to equal whatever this is. So for the relationship part, you would say RS is actually equal to ST. And so now we substitute the values and we solve. We know what RS is, we know what ST is. So I want you to pause this video, solve this, come check the answer with me, and then we can finish up our work. So now that you have checked your answer with me, then you can go ahead and get started on your homework. Let me know if you have any questions on how to do these, or if you need a little bit more explanation on any of these problems. Just let me know. Come up here and we will get your questions hopefully answered.